don't know if this is... Is this... Oh, it's on. Okay. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much. Good evening and welcome to the 2021 and the 2022 Alumni Award celebration. I am Nikki Wegner. I am the president of the Harris Alumni Council for the last few years. And as many of you here know, the Alumni Council was created in 2012, so this is our 10th year almost in existence, which is very exciting, by highly engaged alumni in partnership with the school's leadership who understood the important role we as alumni can play in extending the reach of the Harris public policy through advocacy, student support, and of course, building and sustaining a strong network of policy leaders across the globe. It's really exciting to be here today. I see a handful of my classmates in the audience. And the Alumni Awards program was born out of the Council's desire to celebrate the individual achievements of Harris alumni who have made indelible contributions to society. And we are so pleased to welcome both our 21 and 22 Alumni Award winners here tonight to celebrate their accomplishments. So, congratulations, everyone. It is wonderful to have this opportunity to gather together this evening and throughout the weekend with classmates and friends for the start of Harris's annual Connect Weekend. We so appreciate you for joining us and celebrating with us, and it's really wonderful to be back in a room with so many wonderful Harris alumni and current students. I've missed this the last few years, and so I'm very excited that we are able to all be here together. So with that, I am now pleased to introduce Catherine Baker, our Dean, and Emmett Dedman, Professor at Harris School of Public Policy.
It's wonderful to see all of you here in person. It's been a very long 2 years of seeing you all in tiny squares, and I hope you're all getting to enjoy each other's company as much as I'm getting to enjoy seeing you in the flesh. It's very exciting. It's an opportunity to celebrate the accomplishments of alums who inspire me and current Harris students and faculty and staff at Harris every day. It's been a challenging period in public policy. The need for people who take that analytical approach, that hard look at difficult choices, and try to make policy that improves lives while incorporating all of the complexity of the world we live in. We really, really need that right now, and it's been a challenging couple of years in the world to watch where that is or isn't playing out. And I know that I personally, as well as all of the people who are at Harris, took a great deal of comfort and inspiration in seeing the accomplishments of our alums and knowing that the work that we're all doing is having an impact in the world thanks to what you've done. And our alumni achievement winners are really an example of the best that Harris has to offer and is represented in so many more people than those who are honored today. But wow, are those we're honoring impressive. So I'm really grateful to have the opportunity to highlight some of those accomplishments and to welcome you here in person, not only this year's winners, but last year's winners, and a few of the winners from the year before are in attendance as well. Did I mention it's been a long couple of years? It really has been. You know, the Harris School has come a long, long way. I was just looking back at some of the statistics, and the Harris School started as a committee, as you know, some 47 years ago, which sounds like a long time, with 36 master's students and 5 PhD students. And now the Harris School boasts almost 1,200 master's students, one of the biggest undergraduate majors. You all represent both those in that vanguard and some of our most recent alums. And I know how much our current students and recent alums value the network into which they are graduating. And so it's wonderful to have all of you here and engaged and to kick off Harris Connect Weekend, which is a great opportunity to reconnect with the people that I hope you shared some very good times with, in addition to some difficult problem sets over the time that you were at Harris. So I am delighted now to turn over the microphone to Barbara Moreno-Pascal, who is the chair of the Alumni Awards Committee and is going to be highlighting the accomplishments of those we're honoring tonight. So please join me in welcoming her.
Thank you, Dean Baker. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 2022 Harris Alumni Award celebration. It's a pleasure to be here on behalf of the Harris Alumni Council and the Awards Committee. My name is Barbara Moreno-Pascal, and it is my reunion this year as well, so I'm happy to see classmates here during this special weekend. Thank you very much. I want to thank you all for joining us this evening for our annual Harris Alumni Awards celebration, whether you're here in Chicago or watching from around the globe. The selection of our honorees is always a difficult process and decision for the Alumni Council. This year was no exception. The committee had the privilege of selecting this year's honorees from an impressive slate. In fact, our largest since the inception of these awards of worthy candidates. Each of our awardees should feel great pride in knowing that the Harris community values their contributions and sees them as deserving of this distinction. All of the Alumni Award recipients being honored here tonight have used their many skills to positively influence our social and global communities through a critical policy lens, which have made a great impact in our society. Before we begin the presentation of our 2021 and 2022 awardees, I'd like to acknowledge several other winners in the room with us this evening. The 2020 Harris Alumni Award recipients, including Governor Marco Mena, Afua Ose, Raul Ruparel, and Benjamin Diederich. Governor Mena, Afua, and Benjamin, would you please stand? Each of these four individuals were recognized during a virtual presentation ceremony in January of 2021. And we are so delighted you're here this evening with us tonight. Thank you so much for being here. In addition, I'd like to recognize another winner this evening, the 2022 MIPS Alumni Award winner. Eduardo Cisneros was recognized last evening at the annual MIPS Gala downtown. Congratulations, Eduardo, on this very well-deserved recognition. Would you please stand? Now, I'd like to present the 2021 Cece Dubois Alumni Service Award. This award recognizes Harris alumni who have demonstrated a strong commitment to the school through their service and work to enhance the life of students, fellow alumni, and the welfare of the school. The 2021 award goes to George Latavish. George has demonstrated an indelible commitment to Harris in his time as an alumnus. He is recognized for this award as a result of his strong commitment to service and elevating the Harris alumni community. George has served Harris in virtually every capacity as a volunteer over the years, including as president of the Alumni Council and as a true connector between alumni and with our student population. Congratulations on this well-deserved recognition. And now we'll hear a few words from George's peers.
Hey, George, congrats on this prestigious Alumni Service Award. It's a well-deserved honor for all the work you do in the community. It's a real testament to those efforts that you've given to help so many in your community. And so I just wanted to send my best. Take care. Hope to catch up again soon.
George, congratulations on this wonderful award. You were one of the first people I connected with on the Alumni Council, and your service and leadership really inspired me to take a bigger role in supporting the Harris School alumni and supporting the Harris School itself. So thank you for your leadership and service. and congratulations again on a much-deserved award.
George, congratulations on your well-deserved receipt of the Cece Dubois Alumni Service Award. Certainly Cece herself could not have chosen a better recipient. Thank you for all of the good times you organized for us while we were at the Harris School and everything you've done since then to create community among Harris alumni. Among your many wonderful qualities is that you are perhaps the most reliable person I know, and certainly the person I would most choose to be in any emergency situation with. Congratulations, Georgie.
Congratulations, George, on receiving the Alumni Service Award. I think Cece would be so pleased that you're receiving an award named in her honor. And it's so well-deserved. You've always been so dedicated to helping students as a mentor, to organizing and hosting events for students and alumni, and to furthering the mission of the Alumni Council through your leadership. And it's also been such a pleasure to get to know you through our service on the council. Congratulations again.
Hi, George. Congratulations on this wonderful honor to receive the Harris Alumni Service Award, named after our beloved Cece. I really have appreciated everything that you've done for not only the school, but for our time together on the Alumni Council, and then everything since then. So bringing it back to the potluck days, and then also to everything that we have been able to commiserate on since our Harris experience. And love that you're part of this now early tradition to celebrate service and to honor Cece's legacy. Can't wait to celebrate with you in Chicago. Be well.
Thank you very much. I'd first like to just congratulate the other awardees tonight, and also thank you to Dean Baker, the Harris School, the Alumni Council, and also my peers for this award. It's truly an honor, and certainly very appreciative of my wonderful friends and excuse me, and peers for those wonderful videos. I'd like to talk about 2 points tonight. One, and I would like to talk about, is just acknowledging Cece, as folks have brought up tonight, and really the significance of the award and what it means to me and how important that is, and especially in the context of greater service to the Harris School. So I was fortunate enough to know Cece. She was a truly remarkable woman. She passed away about 4 years ago to brain cancer, and she just completed her her PhD at Northwestern, and she was only 32 years old. So I, again, as I said, I got to know Cece. She was 1 year ahead of me in the class of 2010 at Harris, and the class size was a lot smaller back then, so everyone sort of interacted with one another. I'm getting a lot of nods if folks can certainly are familiar with that. And although we knew one another at school, it really wasn't until after school and graduation where we really became close and became friends. So we both stayed in Chicago, we ran in the same circles, and we both served on the Alumni Council. And it was also on this Alumni Council I want to talk about where in the early stages of the council, we were just trying to put things together. Try new things, build structures, modify different structures. And at this stage, there was a president that served 1 year, and they would tap the next person to serve the next year. So I would like to say that there is a sophisticated selection process behind this, or that maybe even embellish Chicago's history of deal making and cigar smoke-filled rooms. But in reality, it was more like asking someone to serve on as president of the HOA Association. So now the significant difference there, of course, is that it's truly an honor, so no one can really say no. But at the same time, when you're going to ask someone, you know that there's really no tangible benefit. And you're just asking someone to take on this big commitment of time and effort and responsibility, especially if they want to do the job well, and you wouldn't ask them if they didn't. So when I was president, we were going through this restructuring process of the Alumni Council, and we were doing a new institutional charter and really getting new procedures and processes in place. And thinking about who I wanted to go ask to help guide and steer that transition. With all of the wonderful people on the council, I knew without a doubt it was Cece who I wanted to do that. So I asked her, and she initially accepted and stayed on even after she was very sick. And up until the very end, she continued her service on the council until she just physically was unable to do so. So I just want to acknowledge that in her service. So thank you. And with that and the significance of what it means to me in Cece's award, the last point I want to make is just in the greater spirit of this award, what it means to me. So my background, I come from a very loving and supporting family, but we did have some struggles in Western Pennsylvania growing up in the 80s with the closures of all the mines in the steel mills. So I joined the Army right out of high school and enlisted, and I just hoped to make it to college or to be able to make it to college one day. And I never thought I would be at a university like this. So I think that for me is really where I'm coming from here, that this means so much to me that when I got to study here, it was very clear and evident early on with all of the people I was with and the resources of the school that I wanted a lifelong relationship, that this was really an opportunity that I had to maximize to be a part of a larger community. And I thought that I would get out of it what I gave to it. So this type of concept of community was not foreign to me. I went to Penn State undergrad, where there's a very big and successful student life and community and environment and this great alumni community. And so one of the big rituals, of course, there is tailgating. It's just a big bonding experience, regardless of whether or not you like football. So I figured when I was at Harris, that's what I would do. I would try and make that experience. I had all these friends who went to schools who were less excited about football on Saturdays and did not have this infrastructure in place. So I was surprised when I couldn't find any game day information on the website. So I called the athletic department and I spoke with them and told them what I was trying to do, and they were confused. And eventually they came around and understood. And, we talked through options, and they said, you're more than welcome to park at a particular parking lot on Saturday. But if you're just trying to party and have a bunch of people, listen to music and grilling and drinking, you're going to get a citation, you're going to get in trouble. So that was a good lesson learned and experience, that try and keep this sense of community and fostering a community alive, but at the same time adapting to your environment. So that's what I've tried to do with my involvement in Harris. First at school with some of my wonderful friends who pointed this out, of whether it's intramurals or student government or extracurriculars, and then after graduation, trying to be involved through the mentorship network, the alumni council, Chicago events, reunion committees, or just generally trying to be helpful to the school or students who ask. So in closing, just thank you so much for providing me with this rewarding experience. Thank you for the award, and not just for the award, but also for the reassurance that my efforts to give back have not been in vain. So thank you very much.
Thank you, George. It is now my honor to present the 2022 Cece Dubois Alumni Service Award to Melissa Baker. Melissa is recognized with this award tonight because of her unwavering commitment to service for Harris. Our committee was particularly struck by the breadth of roles that Melissa has taken on in her time as an alumna. She has served as a Harris mentor, a career advocate for our students, a resource to admitted and prospective students, and was an integral part of the early Alumni Council, even serving as the awards committee chair at one point herself. Nice how it comes full circle. Melissa, we congratulate you on this recognition and thank you for your service.
Hi, Melissa. Congratulations on being named the Cece Dubois Harris Alumni Award winner for 2022. it was such a privilege to work with you in the early days of the Harris Alumni Council, and I am also privileged to have gotten to work with you with the Inspector General's at the Inspector General's office for HHS. Your commitment and dedication to the Harris alumni community is commendable, and your positive attitude and laughter is infectious. Once again, congratulations, and I look forward to celebrating with you.
Hi, I'm George Latavish, MPP 2011, and I'd like to congratulate Melissa Baker on receiving the 2022 Harris Cece Dubois Alumni Service Award. Melissa, I think one of your greatest contributions to the Harris community has to be your dedicated service to the Harris Alumni Council over so many years, especially in the very early and formative years where you served as a pivotal role as secretary, especially when there was a lot of changeover at the president and vice president level each year. And you continue to serve in a leadership role, being a constant and really providing consistency and leadership necessary to help transform the institution into the alumni council that it is today and better position it to strengthen connections between Harris alumni, students, and faculty. So once again, Melissa, thank you for your service to the Harris community, and congratulations.
Thank you. It's very odd to see your face on a very large screen, especially after being endorsed for 2 years. So thank you to the Harris Alumni Council and to the Alumni Awards Committee and to Dean Baker for your support of the Alumni Council and the Harris community for your service as you've served as Dean. And congratulations to my fellow awardees from both 2021 and 2022. I also, in particular, want to congratulate the person who will next be on the stage, Alfredo Gomez. I'm stealing a thunder a little bit, but he and I became friends serving on the Alumni Council, and I am just delighted to share the award with him for this year. I'm also deeply grateful to those who have helped me and cheered me on over the years, friends, colleagues, mentors, Harris professors, Harris staff, and my family. My husband, Brad Poole, is here tonight, so thank you for being here with me. My parents who are watching, hopefully via video. I am honored and humbled to receive this award for many reasons. I also had the privilege and pleasure to meet Cece through my time on the council, and I think, George, you captured a lot about who she was. I know she made a big impression on me when I met her first. She had a really quick wit and a warmth about her that just attracted people to her. And she was also just very passionate about all things Harris, and that really spoke to me. And to be recognized for an award named in Cece's honor just fills me with great pride, and it really just makes me happy to think about her and talk about her. So I'm glad we're doing that tonight. I also, as you probably saw, was, from Barbara's remarks, was one of the long-standing members of the Alumni Council. I think they had to finally kick me off after 6 years. So giving back and trying to positively impact people's lives are the main reason I got into or pursued a degree in public policy and then a career in public service. And coming to Harris really changed my life. I met all these people, friends, now colleagues in my class, and then met a whole host of other people through activity in the Harris community, and it has evolved to such a great degree from when I graduated in 2005, and it's just incredibly exciting to hear that the Alumni Awards Committee and the Council received the most number of nominations ever, so kudos to them. That's really exciting, and I think a testament to how far we've come along in actually building a community of Harris alumni. Personally, I get really a lot of great joy and satisfaction from helping others, be it at a broad level, through my professional work, protecting and ensuring access to affordable medications for federal healthcare beneficiaries, or in this case, helping to improve the alumni experience and strengthening and broadening the connections between Harris alumni and students and Harris alumni and the school. or be at an individual level through mentoring Harris students, as I've done through the mentor program, and helping them transition from a policy student to a policy professional. I know when I was at Harris, I did not use mentors through the mentorship program to the extent that I should have, and that's something, that missed opportunity from nearly 20 years ago is something that really stays with me when I'm mentoring the students who I have a relationship with. I try to offer guidance and feedback, ask questions, and really just listen to them. I think most mentors feel this way, that maybe we won't change their lives dramatically, but have some small impact in helping them grow and transition into their professional lives. And I have to be honest, in thinking about my remarks, I feel really strange to be accepting an award and to be recognized for doing something that I find such inherent value and enjoyment and satisfaction from. So I truly appreciate being recognized for my service, and something that I really think just comes naturally. So thank you so much. I appreciate being nominated, and I appreciate peers and colleagues in the Harris Alumni Council for the award. Thank you.
Thank you, Melissa. And finally, we present the 2022 Cece Dubois Alumni Service Award to another deserving graduate, Alfredo Gomez. As a committee, we were immensely impressed by the nomination submitted for Alfredo. In the 30 years since his graduation from Harris, Alfredo has truly been an exemplar of alumni service. To quote his nominator, Alfredo has been a quiet but dedicated alumnus over the past 30 years and is deserving of recognition. Alfredo has quietly contributed to both the growth of the school and its students, including recruiting students for jobs and internships, mentoring students in the Harris Mentor Program, volunteering as part of the DC Alumni Chapter, and as a dedicated philanthropist to Harris. This is not even to mention his time as a member of the Alumni Council and his work on all of the class reunions. Congratulations, Alfredo, and thank you.
Alfredo, congratulations on being this year's recipient of the Alumni Service Award. I'm so happy for you. I have long admired your steadfast commitment and service to the school, and you made a real difference in the lives of students as a mentor, and in the arc of the Alumni Council as a council member and a longtime advocate, and at the Harris School as a generous contributor. You've set an example for all of us on how to serve. So thank you, Alfredo, and congratulations again.
Alfredo, I'm so delighted to congratulate you on receiving the Alumni Service Award. It is well deserved. Thank you for your 30-plus years of exemplary contributions to the Harris School and to the alumni community. Again, congratulations and all the best.
Hi, everybody. I don't have any prepared remarks with me, so it's just going to be contemporaneous. Thank you, Barbara, for that introduction. And like Melissa and George, I also had the privilege to work with and to know Cece. Cece was almost like a mentor to me because she was the president at the time that I joined the Alumni Council. So I was really grateful and honored to have worked with her. And I'm really privileged to be the recipient of this award and to also be sharing it with Melissa. So what I want to say is a couple of things about the importance of the Alumni Service Award. Obviously, this award, for me, would not have been possible without the great education that I got at Harris. And I know I'm talking to a lot of Harris alums, so this might sound familiar to you. But really, what Harris does in terms of training folks, making sure they have the tool set. The dean talked about making sure that you're able to think analytically, think critically. That whole tool set that I got here really served me well in my career. So again, I could not be doing what I'm doing if it wasn't for the great education here, the great faculty, the staff over the years. Yes, it's been over 30 years since I was here, but it seems like it was just yesterday. So I've seen the school grow, and so seen the alumni expand throughout the world. So really, really honored to be sharing this award today. And thank you. I also want to make sure that I call attention and thank my spouse, Patrick DiBattista. We were here together 30 years ago. I was here at Chicago. He was at Northwestern getting his PhD, but we supported each other. We moved to places for each other. I couldn't be here today and again do what I've done without Patrick. So I think he deserves a lot of the thanks. So, and with that, I'm going to stop. So.
Now, I'd like to invite Heather George, a member of our Alumni Awards Committee, to the stage.
Good evening. It is my great pleasure and privilege to help oversee the granting of this year's Rising Star Award by the Alumni Council. This award recognizes Harris alumni within 15 years of graduation who have distinguished themselves as leaders early in their careers, but who have made a meaningful contribution and meaningful difference in policy. Having had the privilege of reviewing all of the submissions, you heard about how we had a lot of them this year, it was a reminder of really the immense impact that Harris alumni are having on communities really across the globe in all spheres and sectors of policy and social impact. So without further ado, the 2021 Rising Star Award is presented this evening to Andres Perez. Andres is a 2003 graduate of the college and a 2015 graduate of Harris, who has established himself as a thought leader in finance and banking in Latin America. Over the course of his career, Andres has served as an advisor to the World Bank and in roles at the Federal Reserve, Bank of New York, Central Bank of Chile, and the Ministry of Finance in Chile. In one of his most significant policy achievements, Andres pioneered the sale of green bonds in Chile, the first of their kind in Americas. And they're now helping to fund green transportation initiatives across the country. Andres is now a chief economist for Banco Itaú, and we know that he has so many more accomplishments to come. His achievements are just beginning, but please join me in congratulating Andres.
Andrés, muchas felicitaciones. Congratulations on the Rising Star Award of 2021. Very well deserved, and as friends, we will be eager to see what you accomplish going forward in the future. Un abrazo.
Andrés, muchas felicidades, muchas felicitaciones. Este es un gran premio. Congratulations for the Rising Star Award. I have known you for many years, and I saw your work when we were at the Ministry of Finance here in Chile, And I know that this is only the beginning for a great career. So congrats, and you deserve it. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. So if I stumble, it's not only because I'm nervous, but also because maybe I won't understand my handwriting. Okay, so first of all, I'd like to thank the Harris Alumni Council, the Harris School of Public Policy, and the University of Chicago for the award and the recognition. I'd also like to thank my parents, both that are here with me, as well as my wife and children that are in Chile. Yeah. Some very brief remarks, I won't bore you. So I grew up in Chile in a period of rapid change, fast economic growth, poverty decline, and overall progress. We benefited from the results of evidence-based policy, most of which was advanced here at the University of Chicago. My experience drove me to study here. At Harris, I learned the tools to analyze and think through problems, and most importantly, critical thinking. That is, viewing scenarios from different perspectives and looking for out-of-the-box solutions. I've had the opportunity to serve in public policy, mostly in the financial world, multilateral development banks and central banking, and as well as the Ministry of Finance of Chile. At the ministry, I was driven and certainly under pressure to propose policy measures for issues that stretched across the entire policy realm, giving me the opportunity to put my Harris and Chicago experience to the test. As was mentioned earlier, I had to devise a strategy to finance the government's deficit. So imagine it's a pretty, pretty important responsibility. And knew that our administration at the time also wanted to demonstrate our growing commitment with climate action. So along with the team that I led at the ministry, we began issuing green bonds, formally and effectively incorporating climate action into fiscal policy. Our experience proved that one can actually make tangible progress on climate action, but also benefit financially from better borrowing terms. As a matter of fact, our experience is now being replicated by other emerging economies throughout the globe. Also, my experience at Harris and Chicago was crucial in terms of understanding trade-offs, especially relevant in government when faced with a sequence of shocks, like in Chile. First, we faced social unrest, and then the pandemic that seemed to never end. Designing a policy response to support households, firms, credit, avoiding a financial panic, and ensuring we had a sustainable and balanced recovery requires drive, commitment, and belief in data, skills that I developed and strengthened here. In closing, being recognized a rising star is an honor and a responsibility. I look forward to continue to contribute to public policy, this community, and the university at large. We certainly face a number of challenges in the policy world, so we'll have plenty of opportunities to deliver. Thanks.
Thank you, Andres. And now for the 2022 Rising Star Award. The 2022 award goes to Cece Ray Winkle. A lot of friends in the room. Cece is also a 2015 graduate of Harris. In the short time since Cece left Harris, his accomplishments cannot be understated. Cece started his post-Harris career in an aldermanic office, where his nominators have said several times that he was poached for several positions, including roles in the Illinois State Treasurer, Illinois State Comptroller, and now as an Illinois State Banking Director. Known as someone who gives sound advice that's tactfully rendered, as well as having a meticulous attention to detail, he was handpicked by Governor J.B. Pritzker to lead the Illinois Department of Financial and Professional Regulation in his current role. He currently oversees more than 200 employees and serves as Illinois' representative on all matters of financial regulation. Big accomplishment. In addition to his incredible rise through state government, Cece is also a dedicated alumnus. To Harris, he's mentoring current students, serving as an advisor to trusted colleagues, and to many fellow Harris alumni. Congratulations, Cece, and all you've achieved thus far, and a few comments from your classmates.
Congratulations, Cece. on having the best beard in banking, and for being named this year's Rising Star. You, of course, have always been a star in my eyes, and I've always admired you. You've been a role model to me and so many others throughout the years. Whether you realize it or not, the work you do is improving the lives of countless people and making Illinois a better state. You embody what it means to do good well, and you more than earned that unanimous approval from the Illinois Senate. I'm lucky to count you as a colleague and as a friend. Congratulations again, and I can't wait to see what more you accomplish in the years to come.
Congratulations, Chase. You truly are a rising star, a fact made clear by your recent confirmation by the Illinois Senate to Director of Banking for the Illinois Department of Financial and Professional Regulation. It is always a pleasure to work with you. Your encyclopedic knowledge of public finance and regulation is impressive, as are your insights into policy, governance, and politics. The people of Illinois truly benefit from your presence in our government, and I am proud to have you as a colleague.
Chase, congratulations on winning the Rising Star Alumni Award tonight. I am so proud of you from the first moment we met as mentors, working with a cohort of Harris students. I am just in awe of your career and what you have done for the families and citizens of Illinois. I can only imagine what you're going to continue to do in your role with the state and throughout your entire career. And on top of all that, you are just an absolutely wonderful, kind, and engaging person to be around, who is always willing to help current Harris students and your friends. And I think that is such a wonderful quality. And I look forward to watching your career and watching you grow and continue to do absolutely amazing things.
Thank you. That's a bit overwhelming. And I want to just say, go class of 2015. And go public finance. So we got those both handled there. I want to thank the Alumni Council, Heather, Barbara, who Nikki and she was one of our mentees back in the day, so just needed to put that in there. The mentor program, please go do that. Harris, Dean Baker, the University of Chicago. I want to thank my parents, family, my sister, my lovely boyfriend Raleigh, who's here today, and all of the people in this room that I know and don't know and will get to know in the future. And what I just want to say real quickly as we're all gathered here today is kind of set the tone of how we get to these positions where we're in giant galas, getting awards for service that we do. When I first came to Harris, it was quite terrifying as somebody who is looking at all these different students that come from Ivy League backgrounds and incredible academic careers and will go on to do amazing things, and suddenly you're in that group and you're expected to do something which can be very, very rewarding, but also very terrifying. But then you realize nobody achieves anything by themselves. I have worked in many different offices over a very lucky career through a bunch of different public finance offices, and we have worked collaboratively with Harris alumni. I see Charisse over there. We worked in the treasurer's office together to work on different projects. And in the end, somebody stands up and says, hey, we did this, and gets to take some of the credit for that reward. But what it really means is it's building a community that remains strong for the future, for the next project, for the next difficult challenge. And those foundations were laid here for me at Harris, where we got to work on incredible problems that we probably never thought would be in the real world, and then suddenly there's a pandemic, and you need to make sure that people that are undocumented still have a job at the end of the day. Or you need to make sure that a bank is going to actually open its doors at the end of the day. And those challenges, when they're done in the real world, you lay back on those friendships and those foundations. And at the end of the day, somebody says, wow, that was a great idea. I can't believe you thought of that. Congratulations. When it's really the community as a whole that led to that success. So I want to thank you for this award, but I also want to congratulate you for being one of a large community that lifts us all up to affect the lives of so many people across the world. Thank you.
Thank you both, Tom. Now, I'd like to present the 2021 Career Achievement Award. This award recognizes Harris alumni who have achieved a position of significant leadership in the public, private, or nonprofit sector and built a robust track record of meaningful accomplishments that have positively influenced their organization and society. The 2021 award is presented to Anne Mccabe. Anne Mccabe has been a national leader for more than 25 years in energy and environmental policy with extensive regulatory experience in the public, private, and nonprofit sectors. As a commissioner on the Illinois Commerce Commission for 5 years, Anne focuses on modernizing the power grid and transforming the power sector. In addition, Anne has twice been a delegate to the United Nations Climate Conference, a regulatory expert at 2 large energy corporations, and the U.S. Programs Manager and Principal at a leading international clean energy and environmental policy organization. Anne is also a tireless advocate and mentor to Harris students and recent graduates, many of whom have joined her here tonight. Tonight, we honor Anne for her commitment to improving lives around the world in her work to modernize our use of energy. Please join me in congratulating Anne.
Hi, I'm Angie Zeke Malik, Harris alum, class of 2009, submitting a note here for Anne Mccabe. Anne, many congratulations to you on your Career Achievement Award. It definitely reflects your amazing career and the huge impact that you've had in the energy and environmental field. And not only have you accomplished so much in your own career, you've also provided such tremendous support for those of us in the field. You've always been so generous with your time and advice, even while your own career keeps you more than busy. So we can't thank you enough for all you've done. And many congratulations, and I can't wait to see what you accomplish next.
Anne Mccabe, a name known to every student and Harris alumni active in the energy world, especially if you're located in Chicago. Anne was my senior mentor when I was in my first Harris year, when we had these industry-specific affinity groups. And if it wasn't for her, I may not have found my current job at renewables developer RWE Renewables, where I push for more solar, wind, and storage across the US. Anne has an incredibly extensive network in the energy world and is always willing to share connections and have discussions. And I wish you all the best for your second term as a commissioner with the Illinois Commerce Commission. They're really lucky to have you, and I look forward to many more discussions in the future. Congratulations.
This is a tribute for Anne Mccabe. Anne, a very hearty congratulations to you on receiving the Harris Career Achievement Award this year. I can't think of anyone who's more deserving of this honor. I've been inspired by you and your integrity and your accomplishments over the past 15 years since I first met you through the Harris Mentor Program. Not only are you a renowned expert in energy and environmental policy and an exceptional leader in your field, you are such a tireless advocate and mentor for so many Harris students and alums who are starting off in their careers and following in your footsteps. Thank you so much for all that you do for our planet and for our Harris community. Congratulations.
Thank you. My master's in public policy from the University of Chicago helped me build a career in the public, private, and nonprofit sectors and laid a good groundwork for being a state utility regulator now for the second time. It's actually my third time in state government. 40 years after my graduation from the Committee on Public Policy Studies, we now have a Harris School mafia in Chicago, DC, and elsewhere that includes my policy advisor, Nick Harmalik, who's also an alum. I thank Carol Brown and Paula Worthington, who helped me lead 2 energy and environment policy labs here at the school in 2019, and recognize Kate Tomford, Katie Kuhn, Laura Bergediek, who are also here tonight. I'll also note that I am a veteran of the first attempt at an alumni association in the 90s. I think doing bylaws caused the organization to fail, along with not having critical mass. So thank you very much for this award.
Thank you, Anne. The 2022 Career Achievement Award is presented this evening to Erica Pothig. Erica has spent her entire career dedicated to bettering housing policy in Chicago and the United States. Formerly the Chief Innovation Officer and Vice President at the Urban Institute, Erica is now a member of the White House Domestic Policy Council and Special Assistant to the President for Housing and Urban Policy. In her role, she has overseen swift policy decisions and actions to help renters facing eviction and other housing challenges as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic and more. Erica's work at the White House is a natural continuation of the policy research and advising she did while at the Urban Institute and as a former member of HUD during the Obama administration. Erica's work has had an impact on millions of Americans and their ability to reside in safe and stable housing. She has had a direct impact on increasing equity in housing policy. Erica, we congratulate you on this award, and we thank you for your commitment and dedication to social impact across the country.
Congratulations, Erica, on winning the Harris Alumni Career Achievement Award. I couldn't be more happy for you. Ever since our years in grad school together, it was clear that you were destined for great things. It's also clear that you've inherited the call to service that animated the lives of your parents, and that you've really dedicated your life's work to making this world a better place for others. And whether it was through city government, or philanthropy, or a think tank, or the federal government, you've done just that. I am so lucky to call you a friend, a colleague, a mentor, a supporter. Congratulations.
Greetings, Erica. I'm so happy to have heard that you won the Career Achievement Award from Harris this year. You deserve so much gratitude from all of us for your consistent vision around affordable housing and progressive policy for more affordable housing for everyone, your action around housing policy, and the spirit with which you go about your work. All 3 of these things make such a difference. They've made a difference starting when I met you in graduate school. Your kindness and humor shone through to your work with the city of Chicago, moving on to HUD, And then, you know, your longstanding work and legacy really that you've left with the Urban Institute is incredible. And really moving policy to action underlines so much of what you do. It's a great example for all of us alumni. It's a great example for our up-and-coming students. And now your work with the White House Domestic Policy Council is really second to none. We're so thankful that people like you are in place during such a challenging set of years we've gone through. So again, gratitude for all of your service, and we look forward to all you're doing in the future.
Erica, congratulations on this much-deserved award. You've been so instrumental in my own career and any success that I've had, and I can think of countless others, Harris grads and otherwise, that have benefited from your tremendous guidance along the way. You've always thought about policy in a way that's rigorous and grounded in Harris School principles, but you've done so in a way that also ensures that those policies are equitable and compassionate and helping those among us with the very least. So congrats again, and Chicago is very lucky to call you one of their own.
Congratulations, Erica. I'm proud and lucky to have you as a mentor, colleague, and friend, and no one deserves this award more. Your innovative impact on housing policy here in Chicago still echoes through City Hall and in the neighborhoods. You brought in millions in new housing resources, a groundbreaking policy to keep a check on predatory lending, and of course, many innovative collaborations and partnerships that are still going strong. And that was just over a few years you were here and more than a decade ago. The change you continue to make is thanks to your strategic expertise, your gracious diplomacy, and your famously impervious perkiness. But it is your fierce passion for your calling, your vocation in life that makes you so good at what you do. So congratulations again, but more importantly, thank you for helping me, and I'm guessing many others, find a vocation that matters. And from all of the people in Chicago and across the country who have benefited from your amazing housing work, thank you and congratulations again.
I have prepared remarks. I don't know if I can give them. That was amazing. Thank you. Truly, I am emotional. I'm really moved by those remarks. It's a lot to take in. And I gratitude to Dean Baker for your leadership at the Harris School, for the staff who prepared this wonderful evening, for the fellow alumni who have provided the opportunity to gather this evening and celebrate so many wonderful accomplishments of others, but who chaired and went through the process of selecting what an incredible array of alumni for this award. I know how challenging this is. I've served as chair of this committee for my college alma mater. This is hard work, and I also know how hard it is because we have so many distinguished alumni among us. So thank you. I'm truly honored by it. And I'd like to also acknowledge, and Jen Tescher mentioned this, acknowledge my parents who both passed away over the last couple of years, but who really imbued empathy and a sense of meaning in everything that I did. And so I couldn't pursue a career, I would say, in anything other than that which I could derive meaning and purpose. So to that, I give them my gratitude. I can trace so many of my personal, professional, and policy accomplishments to my years and training at the Harris School, and it was fun to think about them all. I'm not going to list them all. I'm only going to highlight a few, just to tie these experiences together. Personally, I met some of my very closest friends during my years at the Harris School. Jen Tescher, who couldn't be here tonight, but I think is watching online. Thank you so much. It was those years together working through policy problem sets that tied those bonds. And the network, the growing network of people in years past, some of whom are here tonight that I'll mention in a moment, have also been critical as part of my own development as a person and as a policy professional. My first year mentor was Liz Hollander. She was formerly the planning commissioner in the city of Chicago. She hired me as an intern at the Egan Urban Center at DePaul University, where I met Ray Sendejas, who I later married and encouraged to attend the Harris School. So thank you, Harris School. Professionally, the Harris School curriculum prepared me to be a part of a team, to lead teams, to develop people. One of the most challenging experiences, I have to say, I had was, and in a role I played, was being one of the lead facilitators. And boy, could I tell you stories about that experience. But to this day, I still tie the skills that I developed in building teams and helping teams navigate tricky problems to what we accomplished together through that experience. And to Chase's point, we do so much more together than we do alone. And I think that was fully underscored in that experience. I also remember, I think it was 5-page memo assignments that we were given to the president, to cabinet secretary. I can tell you personally, it's more like 2 pages that you get to distill that argument, but it prepared me well. And I still rely on those skills today. And finally, I can trace many of my policy accomplishments to the training in social scientific methods that nearly killed me, but also made me stronger. I remember using GIS early on, in the early days, with Stacy Young, driving around, looking at foreclosed properties because of the wealth stripping in Black and brown neighborhoods throughout the city of Chicago in the late 1990s and combating predatory lending. At MacArthur Foundation, I built a research program on how housing matters that helped to change a field thanks to the work of another fellow alum, Yana Kachuris, who took that work to new heights. At the Urban Institute, I created the Research to Action Lab, which is a team dedicated to translating social science insights into policy innovations, practical applications to close the racial wealth gap, to improve housing affordability, and to increase economic mobility. And now at the White House, I use and analyze data every day to develop policies and develop executive actions that have kept millions of people housed through this crisis and helped millions more afford a home. And whether it is extending the eviction and the foreclosure moratoria or developing those executive actions to address racial bias in home appraisals or using federal tools and levers to reduce housing costs and increase the housing supply, Harris's training has taught me how to put facts and analysis into action for social impact. And with these tools, I've learned to persevere through what seemed intractable problems to find that solution. And for that, I am eternally grateful. Thank you all so much for this honor tonight.
Okay, let's congratulate our 2021 and 2022 award winners once more. Woo! Thank you again for joining us this evening and for helping us celebrate the work of our fellow alumni and peers. As many of you know, Harris Connect Weekend will continue tomorrow with a full day of events at the Keller Center and many opportunities to continue the conversations you began this evening. I wanted to conclude with a thank you to the Alumni Awards Committee at the Harris Alumni Council. It's been an incredible honor to work with you all this year and in the past year. And I also want to acknowledge our former chair of the Alumni Awards Committee, Chen Wen, who's in the audience tonight. So Chen, if you could stand up so people can acknowledge. Chen was a longtime longtime member of the Alumni Council and chaired this wonderful committee for many years, and it's an honor to work with you, and thank you. He also helped select the 2021 winners, so thank you so much, Chen, for your service. And thank you all, everyone, for your time here tonight. Please enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you very much.